Alright, so I'm doing this video. Haven't really done a video like this in a while. Since I was like in Peru. And basically I'm just doing this video because I had something I want to get off my chest, kind of like a rant, I guess you can call it. After coming back from Puerto Rico. But before I get to that, I did notice that today Facebook reminded me that like around this time is when I got my acceptance letter to go study abroad in Peru. And I remember I never really made a third video about my time there and kind of sum that up. So I'm gonna go over that briefly first and maybe talk a little about Puerto Rico, and then tell y'all about why I'm really making this video or whatnot. So and I know it's late, but typically late at night is when my mom be going. But anyway, so in terms of Peru, just to sum that up, man, Peru was awesome. I mean, that was the highlight of 2016. That was probably the best year ever going there. So basically, like real quick, all of those that are close to me already know what I feel about the trips, but I'm gonna just like sum it up real quick based on like the last video that I made. So basically, my last like month in Peru, I did a lot. I backpacked the whole southern part. That was an experience. Seeing Machu Picchu. I even got a tattoo there. One of my first tattoos. I'll show it to you real quick. Instead of pulling up my shirt, I got it on my ribs. Probably not the best place to get your first tattoo. So that's it right there. So basically, just to tell you what it means, the mountains pretty much represent all the mountains that I hiked when I was there. I never thought I'd hike any mountains. And you learn real quick when most of your body is made of muscle, or you're a pretty muscular person like myself, with the lack of oxygen, your body just don't work all that well. A lot of people thought that I'd be the first one up those mountains, but that was not it. Like, my face was turning purple and white. Like, I couldn't breathe up there. It took some people 2 hours. It took me 4 hours to get up some of these mountains. So I got the mountains because that pretty much represents all those mountains that I hiked. The all-seeing eye can be considered two things: the all-seeing eye of the Most High and the all-seeing eye of knowledge. And as you can tell, it's shining on some coordinates, and those coordinates are Lima, Peru. So basically, it represents two things. May God watch over all the people that I met there, and also Lima in itself. And then also, you can say it's the all-seeing eye of knowledge. So all the things that I learned there about myself and about other people's culture and whatnot. So I actually drew that tattoo, and then the guy sketched it and made it all pretty and whatnot. So that was an original idea that I came up in a euphoric moment when I was in Laguna 69 and I couldn't breathe. So that's where I got the motivation for that. I know my mom didn't agree with it. Every time she sees it, she still tries to wipe it off. So sorry about that, but I had to do it. So what else? Yeah. First off, shout out to everybody that I met there. If you watch this video, all my friends that I met there watching this video, shout out to you. Hope y'all still traveling, having a good time. Shout out to the Product Squad, which, if y'all don't know, those are my roommates there. That's Lauren, Solin, Majulin, Ivana, Antoine, Marcus, and Guillaume. Shout out to all y'all. Real soon, I'm probably going to do a tour of France. And not France, sorry. I know most of y'all were French, but I'm going to do a tour of Europe soon, hopefully after I finish school, and I'll get to see all you guys and whatnot. So yeah, like I said, last couple months, I backpacked. I went to Bolivia, saw the salt flats, Machu Picchu, all that. Probably wouldn't have done none of that if it wasn't for Ivana. So shout out to Ivana Koskalanska for taking me on that journey, and shout out to my dad, because I was running really low on money, and he, cut me a nice little check so that I can enjoy my last couple of weeks when I was in Peru. So that's pretty much Peru. Awesome. Highly recommend studying abroad. If you're thinking about it, just go ahead and do it. Do the paperwork, fill out the application, and just go, no matter where it would be. I recommend South America because your dollar's going to stretch there as opposed to Europe. Now for Puerto Rico. I just came back from Puerto Rico, and the whole reason I even came up with that trip was after Peru. One of my friends to have an experience like that or experience something along those lines. So I came up with that trip, and luckily they were able to come. Even my little brother was able to come, so that was really nice. I'm glad he was able to come, and they all enjoyed it. So briefly, I did a lot there. As you guys know, it's part of the U.S., so you don't need a passport to go. However, talking to a lot of the locals and some of their frustrations because their economy is not doing too well, I really hope Puerto Rico is able to gain their independence or become a state in the U.S. Because a lot of U.S. investors are investing in land in Puerto Rico because they get certain tax cuts, and it's making it very hard for the locals that live there to, you know, make a living and survive. And I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen to Cuba here in the next decade as well. But so I hope they can gain their independence and cultivate that culture and keep that culture, because it was awesome. Had an amazing time in Puerto Rico. I went ziplining. I did the world's second largest zip line. That was pretty extreme. Never thought I'd do something like that. I could have done they also have the world's largest zip line, but that was out of my budget, and I don't think I had enough courage for that one. So yeah, what else I do? I went to El Yunque, saw the rainforest. You're gonna see all these pictures soon. I went to El Yunque. I partied. I did New Year's there. I mean, we went to like this red carpet event. I mean, people, I thought I was dressed pretty well, but people was dressed like they was going to the Grammys. Like, dudes had $1,000 3-4 piece suits on. Girls had, I mean, I thought I was going to a party thrown by Great Gatsby. I mean, it was crazy. Well worth it. The money was well spent. Yeah, partied a lot. Christmas lasts forever down in Puerto Rico. It's like, I think Christmas started for like December 22nd for them, and go all the way to like January 6th, like Three Kings. So yeah, that was pretty awesome. What else do I gotta say about Puerto Rico? That's about it in terms of Puerto Rico. Fun if you get an opportunity to go. Definitely go there. Oh, and then at that New Year's party, man, it was crazy. I seen this old lady. She was like 75, 76, and she was killing the dance floor. I mean, she reminded me of my grandma. Rest in peace. But she was having a great time dancing. Then she was like kissing to the crowd. I was like, man, these people know how to party from young to old. It's ridiculous. They really know how to party. If you want to go to a party, go there. I mean, for real, people really know how to party there and have a good time. Nobody on their cell phone. Everybody dancing. Everybody having a good time. Everybody holding their liquor. It's awesome. Oh, and then also I went to Electric Holiday, which is like a huge EDM festival. And after going to that and other festivals like Salvamenos when I was in Peru, definitely want to try to make it to like Tomorrowland or another huge like EDM festival if I can do that. That's on my bucket list. But yeah, that grandma was really cool. Shout out to her. I was like, man, this grandma going off. Somebody need to come get her, their abuela. It was crazy. So anyway, Puerto Rico, success. My friends had fun, so that was a success. So